Hello everybody, it's Flesson19 and welcome to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord and the Beta Branch 1.5.7 update for January 29th. First of all, I would like to start out by clearing something up. If you have noticed today, you've seen that there was a different content that was actually dropped. That is something that I started my channel on about 5 months ago, and I do have some very loyal followers from then, and they've been on me to get them some new content, but I've been so busy with Bannerlord that I've been unable to do it. So do not be surprised if you see other content than Bannerlord actually drop. However, I do want to stress, Bannerlord is my number one objective at this point. It has been, and it will be. There will be no guides, tutorials, beta branches, playthroughs. There is nothing that is going to suffer because of me doing anything else. Bannerlord will always be my top objective to get accomplished each week. So the most annoying thing is if you have notifications on that you're going to see other content popping up. But I just wanted to make that crystal clear. There's going to be absolutely no delays in any type of Bannerlord content. With that out of the way, let us get started. We did receive one hotfix. I did not cover this in a video. As you can see, it is a very small hotfix, but there were a couple okay things to it. I do want to bring to your attention this right here. That's to fix the exploit where donating prisoners back and forth, you could gain influence, and also it was gaining charm. I will get to that in a moment. So, as you can see, it was a very small update. There wasn't much, and therefore I felt it was not worthy to make a video on. And I would just go ahead and I would cover that in the beta branch video. So that's the only one we have. I hope we do get another one very soon here next week, just because of some information that I will be telling you in a moment. For the most part, we don't have much of anything new when it comes to bugs and crashes. There are a couple things that I do want to deal with. First of all, with the donating of prisoners, there have been reports that people have been unable to donate or take prisoners back. So that was something that came up immediately after the hotfix that I don't think has been corrected yet. So if you are experiencing that issue, that is a known issue that they do need to work on. The other thing that I wanted to go through was mainly dealing with your family, and that is your big brother getting married. We have two different versions of things that are actually going on in this, and I will try to explain this as simple as possible. Let us get to... There are two things that are happening. First of all, if your little brother becomes 18 years old, then it will be unable to marry off your big brother. This is only once he reaches 18. So there's a problem in the system where it does not allow you to choose who to marry off. You're going to automatically marry off your little brother. So that's just a little side thing that I wanted to go ahead and have you deal with. And then there is now one more issue. Even though she is married, we are going to go ahead and look at her for just a moment. She is 19 years old. If you take a look at her sister right now is 18 years old. Now, if you wanted to get married to her and the other one was not married, you could not do it. What it would do is if you go to offer, let's say, your brother's hand, they will automatically choose the 19-year-old first. So the higher aged one. You cannot actually choose who you want to marry. I don't think that is intended. I don't believe that that's how they wanted it to be. But right now they do not have an option. So if there are multiple family members that are not married, I believe it is the oldest one is the one that is defaulted that you can marry. Besides those, there isn't a whole heck of a lot. There are still obviously some crash issues and there are other minor bugs, but there's not a whole lot when it comes to the crashes and fixes. There is one subject that I wanted to touch on, and that was minor clans. There is something impossible development coming up where it is going to make it easier for you to go after minor clans, where you might be able to possibly send one of your companions off to try to convince them to join. Similar to how the diplomacy was in Warband. Now this is at the beginning stages, and I don't know if it's going to be just minor clans or all clans, but you might be able to end up and send out your companion to go talk to the leader to try to convince them to join, and that way you don't have to track them down all the time. Now, I wanted to wait for that dealing with minor clans before I brought up another bug issue. And that is a known bug that has happened where if you have very little money, you can still hire a minor clan. Let's say you have only 100 on you and they want 3,000 and you hire them, they're going to take your 100 and they're going to join you. And then nothing bad is going to happen out of it. They're not going to get pissed off and leave you. They're going to stay with you for a bit until they leave you, and then you can hire them right back again, not even having the amount of money. That is now a known issue. However, I will say that will not be fixed anytime soon. From what I have heard, that I believe that is not going to come until 1.5.8. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but I believe that's not going to come until 1.5.8. From what I am hearing, 1.5.8 is in testing right now. So it's getting close to the point in which it's going to be released. If I had to put a guess on it, like I normally try to do with you guys on the beta branch, I'm thinking sometimes towards late next week to early the week after. So sometime here in 7 to 11 days, I believe 1.5.8 will be ready to go. We're not jumping to 1.6. It will be 1.5.8. So I believe it's about 6 to 11 days away. Late next week, early the week after, and I probably would lean a little more towards early the week after than next week, but they are in testing, so nothing new will be added to it. So 1.5.8 is coming. I do not have a lot of information on what's being contained in it. I really hope that we are going to get Charm. It would be really great to have that done, since Charm is one of those skills that should be very vital in a playthrough, but it feels like it just doesn't have that punch that it needs. With that being said, I still conclude that I will stick to what I said last week. There are still some issues dealing with 1.5.7, and if you're feeling pretty good about it and you want to take that risk, you can go ahead and upgrade to it. As I said before, I just caution you to back up your save file folder, so that way if it gets corrupted on a 1.5.8, you can just go ahead and copy it back and go back to 1.5.7. So we will probably, I'm thinking we're going to have one more update. I really don't think they're going to have it done next week. I mean, they could prove me wrong if the testing goes that way, but it feels like they're in the very early stages of testing 1.5.8. They're in the point right now where it's cut off and they can't add any more content. So that is something that I would look out for here, maybe another 6 to 11 days, and we will have 1.5.8. So if that's the same way for next week, we probably won't have much of a beta branch update, but we'll be sitting at really close to 1.5.8. So if you guys have any questions, especially about the additional content coming out, please leave me a message. I will be more than happy to clarify anything that you do not understand on the issue, but I will just reiterate once again, Bannerlord is my #1 priority. It has been, and it will continue to be that way. So do not worry about that. The content will not stop. Until next time, friends, take care, and thanks for watching.